Hi everyone and welcome back to the channel, and today we are going to discuss how can you literally make ChatGPT your personal assistant, and we're going to discuss ChatGPT tasks today. It's a super cool feature they just released, so let's get started. Now let me quickly show you how you see the feature. So first of all, you have to select ChatGPT 4 with scheduled tasks, right? And once you select that, then you get to this again. You can create tasks here. Now, again, just to see the kind of task you have created, you will be able to go here on the right and see the task. But let's actually try to create a new task right now. So I'm just going to create a task to send me a new story every day at 2:04 a.m. The story should be related to climate change or what's happening across the world. This is a super interesting. ChatGPT will just go ahead, create a task, and there you see it, right? Send a new story daily at 2:04 a.m. Now, let me show you the other tasks that I've already created and how you can utilize it really well. So, couple of things that I did was very simply, I tried to create a Solana versus BTC graph. So again, like if you're trading in crypto or something, you want to update it data, it automatically sends you this. But the one thing it is not able to do is very simply, it sends me the what value Solana is trading at, and also experiencing basic percentages, but it is not able to send out the graph itself. But obviously I can click here and actually come to the graph Solana to Bitcoin and see that in detail. But I do also think that there is something they'll be fixing. Now, another thing you see here is the task that I asked it to do is completed. I can go back to send a new story, and you can see a new story of the task that we just created was sent. And again, this is just like literally starting point of how we are going to use this. I've already started scheduling my own task for news, and let me show that to you. This can actually help you get targeted news. So if you're not interested in multiple different news outlets and just want to read news relevant to you, you can create something like this. This was related to climate change or what's happening across the world, and it sent me one single news story about the Israel-Hamas conflict. And if I go back to this, I'll be able to see send India top headlines. This is a task that I created, and I've been getting since the last 2 days top news stories of India every day at 11 a.m. This is quite literally my favorite task because I love to read news every morning, but I also don't like everything to be there. Again, this is just like too much influx of news also does not make sense. So just the top headlines are super great. Now, I'm going to try to edit this task and make it better. To edit it, go back to tasks and very simply click edit. And here you can see search for India's top headlines and notify me if there are any. This is automatically created by ChatGPT. But what I'm going to do is only focus on business and finance headlines. And I'm probably going to add business, tech, and finance. And I'm going to switch this. You can change the schedule. Instead of daily, I can have it custom. So I can have today at 11 a.m. tomorrow, but I can also select it daily, weekly, monthly, annually, or something. Obviously I want this daily. I want this at morning around 10 to 11 a.m. just to showcase for all of us. We're just going to set this to 2:15, and then I can come here and select a time. Again, I am just going to select 2:15 a.m. right now, but I actually don't want it at 2:15 a.m. That's around 10 minutes later from now. I'm just going to go ahead and click back here and simply say send it every day at 2:10 p.m. That means it will automatically change the task to 2:10. I made a mistake, send it not at every day at 2:10 p.m. So I'm just going to change this, and you can update that previous message and just change it to 2:10 a.m. It will update the task to send it to 2:10 a.m. And the best part is that it automatically will start sending me the news headlines that I need. And that is one way that you can really use task. Second thing that I wanted to use it for was portfolios. So very simply, every day if you want your financial portfolio information to be updated, you can use something like this. Now this does not work perfectly, and I'll tell you why. I created a very simple task that I own 10 stocks of Apple and 10 stocks of Google. Send me the total portfolio value at 1. Now it does send the value of the shares, right, the share price value, but it does not calculate the value of the portfolio itself. So I asked it what is the total value, and then the total portfolio value is this. Why did you not do that and include that in the task? Another thing that you can do is you can update the task itself. I can just say total portfolio value demo for YouTube, right? You can do this for up to 10 tasks at any time. You can only have 10 tasks at a single time, and it is pretty cool that it is able to fetch details from the web and give it to you. Another thing I wanted to show you is that you also get reminders of the tasks in your email. This is a new update, and I can just click on view messages and come back to the task. This information has come from the top news headlines. Here are the top business, technology, and finance headlines as of January 17, 2025. You can see technology headlines, business headlines with links to those headlines. I can start reading them. And I'm pretty sure this is the right kind of partnership that OpenAI has done with these news organizations, can help us get amazing conversations done. There are three reasons that I would suggest you to use Task. One is obviously for news update, which is something super interesting to me, but you can also use it for other things. You might want to track a couple of headlines about other news, so maybe from US, maybe from Spain, or some markets that you're trading in. Let's try to create another task, right? Again, given that we want to try something interesting, create a bedtime story with Batman and Spider-Man sitting in Mumbai every day at 2:14 a.m. Right? This would be interesting to see what kind of a story it comes with, but this is something that you can use on a daily basis. You can have a bedtime story completely new for your children and something every day coming at 2:14 a.m. Another thing that I would love for you to go ahead is change settings, and you can go to notifications, right? And you can check if you want email notifications or push notifications. So if you don't want email notifications, you can just get push notifications. You get notifications on your ChatGPT app, and that is super great because I can just you're going to see Microsoft boosts AI India, and if I just click on that, it takes me back to the chat in the ChatGPT app. That is really important, given that it adds a ton of value to your whole ecosystem of ChatGPT applications. Now, let's quickly see how the bedtime story pops up. You can edit or delete a task from here. You can click on pause if you don't want a task to run for some time, or you can delete the task completely if you don't want to run at all. And you can see these are the tasks that are completed. Let's say I want to delete this. I can just click on delete, and this will delete that task. The only thing is I can't actually go back to that chat anymore now. It will just go away from my whole thing. So again, it's super cool. I just want to check if it actually is executed and we did not get a push notification. Yeah, we did not. But yes, you can see it created a crazy good bedtime story, and it can keep just doing that for as long as you want, as many times as you want. You can actually ask it to change the story to be set up in Paris. And they can actually go ahead and do that. So let's say you get a bedtime story and you just want to update that, you can do that right there in the chat itself. That I believe is really, really cool, because that means you are not just stuck with a particular task, but you can also create something. And because you are still inside ChatGPT, you can actually do a quite bit more. You got the story, but again, it will not be able to create because very simply it's Spider-Man and everything. Create a picture of Mumbai. Right, and then pardon my spelling. It will actually be able to go ahead and create a picture of Mumbai, right? Because obviously, if you were not using Spider-Man and Batman, it would be able to create any particular image, but because they are copyrighted, that's a problem. But this is beautiful, and then you can use that and tell that this is the story that you're talking about. So here's the bedtime story, and here is an image. That I believe is a super cool thing. Now again, you can use it for multiple other things. You can create an image, search the web, and do a lot more. This is just step one in the whole agentic AI era that we're going to see in 2025. So if you are someone who's AI agents for your business, go down into the link and book a quick call with me. And if you're watching till here, thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. It really helps me out a lot, and I would love to see you in the next one.